I had Jamal in handcuffs. I had Jamal in handcuffs.
What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out the show. So last night, Denver got eliminated from the postseason. It is the sixth straight year where the defending champion didn't make it past the second round. It shows you just how competitive the NBA is. It's actually pretty incredible. I can't really believe it. That's the numbers. It's been 6 years since the defending champion made it past the second round, even into the Western or Eastern Conference Finals. That's incredible. It does show you how hard it is to repeat. It shows you exactly why it was so hard for Steph and the Warriors. And then going back to Kobe, he was able to three-peat, and then he almost three-peated a second time. Just really shows you how good and what type of in-shape, type of strong head game you need to have. You need to be a killer. You need to be relentless. You need to be in shape. And you need to be excited about every fucking game. And you can see Denver wasn't. They came out flat. They lost 3 times on home court this series, which I think is just completely unacceptable. The first 2 games, they got completely punked. At home, it looked like the series might be a sweep. You had the whole world going crazy with the buzz around Antman, new best player in the world, face of the league, best NBA player, best U.S. player, future. And everyone was ragging on the Joker and absolutely crushing him for his team being down 0-2 at home. They go to Minnesota. They get back-to-back wins, even the series. They come back home to Denver. And these 3 games, they win again. Those 3 games, I think they average 115 points. The 2 losses, I think they averaged like 88, something like that. And the biggest difference in the first 2 games, I just saw Jamal Murray just getting punked over and over and over. This dude just couldn't keep his dribble. He couldn't get to the spots on the floor where he wanted. And then I came out and I talked about how I think they needed to use Aaron Gordon and the Joker as their main point guards, bringing the ball down the court and getting into their offense. It seems like that's what they did in games 3, 4, and 5. And then for whatever reason, in games 6 and 7, I didn't see that approach anymore. I saw them giving the ball to Jamal. He got too tired. He got too gassed. He wasn't able to stay in rhythm. Even when he got hot, you could see it wasn't sustainable. He turned the ball over in the backcourt multiple times. And these aren't just turnovers. These are turnovers leading to two-handed throwdown fucking dunks that ignite the other team's offense and their confidence and just start the swag roll. And unfortunately, I thought they should have had the Joker bring the ball down or Aaron Gordon. Whenever they did, there was no pressure. They weren't pressing those guys full court. Joker can come down. He can see the doubles. He can give up the ball. He can set the pick. He can get back into position, and he can initiate their offense. That's what I really saw happening in the wins that they were having. And then last night, they completely looked out of sync, out of rhythm. I don't really understand. Jamal Murray came out hot, and he had like 18 first quarter points, something like that. But you could see that Denver wasn't, I mean, they were winning. They were up like 15 at half, but they weren't steamrolling these guys. And it felt the entire game like Denver is still in trouble. And then came the third quarter, and they just started making shots. I started seeing sloppy turnovers, bad pass after bad pass. And I'm not giving the defense credit for steals. I'm just not. You can give them the credit for the contested buckets and maybe crashing the boards and just playing with more heart and more fire in their belly. But as far as NBA point guards not being able to get the ball across half court without turning it over, that's fucking unacceptable. I don't care. Antman's not that good at defense. That's the one thing that's been overblown in this series is how good is Antman's defense. Sorry, dude. You did not lock up Jamal Murray. You did not put handcuffs on him. It looked like Jamal Murray put handcuffs on himself for most of this series. Playing with no confidence, looking like he doesn't remember how to dribble the ball, dribbling into traffic, giving the ball to people while they're in a bad situation, which as a point guard is one thing that I fucking hate when I do. If I make a pass underneath, but that guy is in a bad spot or he's too far under the backboard, or I gave it to him when he was didn't have the defense in a position that gave him the strength of the possession, I get mad at myself as a point guard. It is my ball to get my guys, my job to get my guys in position to score and to not turn the ball over and to not have easy fast break opportunities. And Jamal Murray just wasn't doing that. I put most of the blame on him. I don't care that he had 35 points. Seriously, I don't care. They didn't pressure Ant-Man enough. This is a dude that was like 1 for 6 in the first half, barely scored. And as far as Ant-Man being the best player in the world, there is no way, because in their losses in these games, he was invisible. First half, I could barely even see where he was. Never mind that he wasn't scoring or playing that well. That's fine. But a superstar should never be invisible. You should know where he is at all points on the court. That's not just how I felt in the first half. I was literally looking for this guy. I was like, where the fuck is Anthony Edwards? Why do I not see his impact in the first half? And in the second half, things were different. But that's a horrible turnover right there. I think the Joker got fouled in that one. But that's another little Anthony Edwards dunk, just igniting this team. Look at this offense. That's a shot that the Joker usually makes right there. And he was struggling to make those last night. He missed bunny after bunny after bunny. And then they were giving Nikola the opportunity to shoot threes. I don't know if he was gassed or that's not really the shot he wanted or if he was trying to get his teammates involved. Another horrible turnover right there. Completely unacceptable. Two-handed dunk for Anthony Edwards. But Jamal, you got to be better than that. But the Joker looked like he was maybe hoping to get his teammates involved. Like he knew he couldn't score 60 points in the second half himself. Nobody else was going to contribute. I think the entire team outside of Jamal and Joker only scored like 5 points in the entire second half, which is just absolutely fucking crazy. There wasn't another person in double digits, which is weird to think about. I know that people are going to give Minnesota credit because they have the number 1 defense in the NBA. And you can see that their defense was for real. They did. They pressured the ball underneath. They played hard. They played physical. They made things hard for Denver. But Denver's got to play better. They need to take care of the ball. They need to ride their best players. If you need to have Aaron Gordon bring the ball up to get him initiated and get a full head of steam, let him do it. You know, Michael Porter Jr., let him bring the ball up. This dude can handle the ball. He certainly can't do as bad as Jamal Murray was doing when pressured. Mike Malone, thought he was a great coach all season. Obviously, this dude plays his players with a lot of confidence and swag. I think they get some of their confidence from the coach himself. But this series was different. You did not see right around halftime when Denver went up 20, they looked stagnant. They looked like they were playing for the win. It looked like they started playing defensively instead of offensively. And the true turning point of this game is when Rudy Gobert hit that turnaround fading shot that made it look like he was, one of the stars in the NBA. And that is not a shot he hits. As soon as he hit that, I was like, oh boy, Denver is in trouble. You can see the momentum changing. You could just see that they couldn't get anything going. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you're going to put at blame. I'm going to put some blame on Coach Mike Malone. I don't think he made the right adjustments for this game. They should have been seeing what was giving Minnesota the energy and their swag. Look, another fucking steal right there. That is unacceptable. Literally just picks this dude's pocket. So you look at the replay. Literally, Jamal Murray looks like he's a JV point guard right there, coming in and looking. Now he needs to get benched. Like, he literally didn't even make it across half court. They come down, and Ant-Man gets a wide open 3-point just to break this game open. I think the third time that this happened. Literally, like the third time that Jamal Murray gave up the dribble for a fucking runaway dunk, just exploding the offense on the other end. Completely unacceptable as a starting point guard and when it's supposed to be one of the best point guards in the NBA. Literally, what a fucking joke. With that 3, that's basically the game. That puts them down too much with only a minute left. I think Denver should have won this game. I think they were the better team. I know that Minnesota was deeper, 5 starters deeper, plus a couple of guys off the bench deeper. But Denver, with Nikola Jokic being the best player in the world, the way Aaron Gordon and MPJ have been playing, and Jamal Murray's supposed leadership, this team should have been able to repeat again. Joker is literally just unstoppable. He didn't have a great game tonight, and he hasn't been shooting the 3 well. But even then, what's he have, like 35 points, 17 rebounds, 6 assists? He had too many turnovers tonight. But besides that, you cannot put the blame on Nikola Jokic. This guy played unbelievable. He did play like a 3-time MVP, like a champion. His team did not surround him, did not battle for him. Jamal Murray should be embarrassed of those turnovers. Dude, the number 1 job you have as a point guard is just to take care of the ball. And not only was he turning it over, he was giving runaway, full-headed steam dunks to Anthony Edwards, just exploding their confidence. You cannot do that.
We've won 3 times in a 7-game series on the road. I don't know if underdog can find. I don't know if it's happened more than twice in the history of basketball, where you could go in and beat not only a team but the champs on their home floor 3 times in a 7-game series. I don't know if that's happened more than twice in the history of basketball.
39 from the field, 29 from 3. But as I said all series long, are we going to be able to score enough in this series? And once again, in the 4 losses, we couldn't score. I think now after the 4 losses, we probably averaged around 85 points a game and 115 in the 3 wins. So we had it going. Jamal had it going in the first half. We scored. And obviously at halftime, they picked up their aggression, ran off our misses. They became aggressive. And then the second half, they totally dominated the glass. We dominated in the first half. In the second half, they rebounded us 29-15.
That's it. So they didn't get any others. They had 35 and 34. Yeah. Everybody else,
single digits.
Wow. 7, 4, 6, and 5.
Yeah. So even if the double teams were coming, you weren't getting the productions elsewhere to kind of pull them along, like Kenny was saying.
Michael Porter, 7 points on 3 of 12. Aaron Gordon, 4 on 2 of 5. KCP, 5 on 2 of 7. 5 bench points total, all by Christian Brown. And Minnesota advances, and that was impressive with it.
Justification of the NBA being a make or miss league, but we just did not make enough shots in this series, Michael included, but he wasn't the only one. We as a team did not make enough shots, and I didn't help generate enough good looks maybe to help ourselves. But every series is a learning opportunity, and this feeling sucks, as I told others. You go from training camp all the way through, and then it comes to an abrupt halt, and that hurts. So use that feeling as motivation and come back a better player. We won it last year. Teams in the West, they regrouped, they retooled. How are we going to beat the champs? And teams got better. And you got to tip your cap to Minnesota. Obviously, Chris Finch, their team, Anthony Edwards, all their players. That was a hell of a series, and they gave us all we could handle. And they wound up winning Game 7 on our court, which is a tough one to swallow. But we'll be back. We just got to find ways to look inside, look outside, and find ways to continue to get better.
I had Jamal in handcuffs.
Ramrods his way into the defensive Towns. Knocked away. Here we go. Edwards at the other end. The steal and the 2. Oh, there's a steal by Edwards. Here he comes, and there he goes. A good shot clock at 2. Good shot. Oh, my goodness, he's got 11. Aaron Gordon. It's stolen by Conley. He pickpockets Murray. He gets it off to Reed. Corner, Edwards, aim, shoot, score! Timeout! Conley will slither inside. Oh my goodness, Towns!
Those like 4 plays we just took a look at, I feel like those are basically what opened up the game. It was kind of the story of the second half. You just saw Denver playing without any confidence. You saw Minnesota right up in their business playing tight D, and you saw Jamal Murray incapable of taking care of the ball, leading to easy basket after easy basket. You saw them crashing the boards. That Karl-Anthony Towns putback dunk was fucking awesome, and you saw Denver just standing around as this dude comes flying in and steals their heart. And then you could literally just see the defense of Conley, McDaniels, and Anthony Edwards is just too much for Jamal Murray. I like Coach Malone, like I said, but I do feel like he needs to take some blame here. Too much Jamal Murray dribbling the ball action. It worked the other games when you had the other guys in the team dribbling it, and then getting to the offense. Once you were already across half court, then Jamal would come around, grab the ball, set a pick. The two-man game would just kind of set up then. That's not what was happening here. I'm going to blame the coach. I don't like what Mike Malone did. I'm going to put the blame on him. I don't see this as a game that Minnesota stole. I see this as a game that Denver blew. There's usually you like to choose, did Minnesota win this game or did Denver lose this game? I think Denver gave this game away. I think the second they went up 20, everything about them flipped. You got to give some credit to Minnesota, obviously, for that. But as I'm a point guard, I'm looking at Jamal Murray. You got to take care of the ball. You got to put your teammates in better position to score. Not a single person had over 10 points. That's the point guard's fault. Nobody off the bench had more than, I think, 5 points. That's the point guard's fault. MPJ, bad game. And Aaron Gordon, bad game. That's all on the point guard. Yeah, some of it goes to Nikola because he plays a lot of point. But tonight, I put the blame on Jamal Murray. He was not setting up this team. He was not running the offense. And the Joker should have just taken over and brought the ball down. I don't understand why they didn't make those adjustments. It was very obvious to me that the weak point was Jamal Murray just trying to get across half court and initiate the offense. As soon as I saw somebody else bring it down, I thought everything changed. Well, we take a quick look at the box score. You see Minnesota. Everybody in the starting five was plus 12, 10, 10, 14, and 11. Everybody had over 10 points. Look at this. 23 for McDaniels, 13 for Gobert, 23 for Karl-Anthony Towns, 10 for Conley, and 16 for Antman. You see they didn't even play well. 1 for 6 from 3, 2 for 10 from 3, 1 for 4 for 3, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker went 0 for 5 from 3. He finished with 0 points and 0 for 6. This was not a great game by either team. And then we'll take a quick look. Denver's box score is ugly to even look at. You got all 5 starters are negative, minus 14, minus 9, minus 9, minus 8, minus 6. The only person with a positive on the whole game is Holiday. And then you look at the scoring here: 4 points, 7 points, 34, 35, 5, 0, 0, 5. So I take out Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray and listen to the scoring for their starters. Aaron Gordon, 4 points. Michael Porter Jr., 7. Contagious Caldwell-Pope, 5. Holiday, 0. Reggie Jackson, 0. Christian Braun, 5. It's not going to cut it. At the end of the day, this was an awesome series. I had a ton of fun watching this. I do love Antman, so even though I picked Denver and I was riding with Denver, I'm not upset. I thought this was a great series. I'm excited to watch the rest of these playoffs. I'm excited to watch next year, them reboot and come back. I love where the NBA is. I thought without LeBron James in the playoffs, I thought made for a way better postseason. All these young guns are fun to watch. And now we get Antman against Luka, and that's going to be fucking awesome, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Where did you really think Denver went wrong in this game? Do you see it my way, or do you think they lost for another reason, or do you think Minnesota just stole the game and no one's really at fault, except for the people who won the game from Minnesota? Give them the blame, not the blame for the Denver playing poorly. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It's beautiful out. It's supposed to be in the 90s this week here in New England. Guys, get out of the house. Enjoy yourselves. Exercise. Live life. Thank you so much.